You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura Recruitment Program, at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield.
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great-niece can tell you more.
Can you tell me more about your great-niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and... no offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut. I was sneezing sparks.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both missed... I shall see you there, soon I hope.
Who lived here, I wonder?
You've had too much fire whiskey if you think you can outdo my take. You hardly carry the stuff on that fast grade. One in Berlin. Come here, crupmate.
Welcome to Upper...
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Brooke knew him.
Ah, here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and it's missing.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was it was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but...
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw? Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne...
I don't understand.
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time, she won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jack...
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired Auror has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul never was the brightest girl, and that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of...
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment. That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. Do keep your wits about you.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
I had my wand. I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you so little of what you should know of.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
Has someone come to feed me?
School's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggyfield.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave? Near Upper Hogsfield?
Field, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins? Near Upper Hogsfield? I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
You're hurt!
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
But Madam Thistlewood, All right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave. I should investigate. Incendio! Dago! Stupefy! This must be the place Anne told me about. No one's been here for ages. Revelio! Accio! You're not out front me, Jackdaw. You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind? A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle? Richard Jackdaw. At your...
The Richard Jackdaw. I heard you...
I do? That was my puzzle you solved.
A retired Aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from...
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I must speak to the Aura you meant.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you...
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. Tell you what, meet...
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black.
Have you never met any members of the Black family? Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. that her own heart had grown cold.
Thank you. I need to find...
I shall see you there.
I tell you this, Hogwarts is lucky they've got protection charms.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again.
I suppose I shouldn't be...
Well said. No.
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as... Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. As you can imagine, I never...
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you.
Nothing to do now but keep going. The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word. Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags. There it is, Intramuros.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Renrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Expelliarmus!
You're pathetic!
Accio! No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock. I wonder how big this place is. Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this. Another puzzle. Jack could something up. Accio! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio. There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be got-headed little jackdaws. Stupefy! Potato! Stupefy! Accio! Incendio! Stupefy! Accio! Incendio! Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way. Must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Thank you for keeping these pages safe all these years. Here it is, the map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room? Accio! Incendio! Protego! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Stupefy! Levioso! Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! I've seen this before. Gringotts and a restricted section. Where am I? Oh no, the room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
Can it be?